Hello everyone, this is Sumita Gupta. Welcome you all for my 29 lecture of electronic devices circuits, that is analysis of series fed direct coupled and transformer coupled power amplifier. Okay, so today we will do the analysis of both type of power amplifier. So this is class A power amplifier. If you remember, we have covered in this previous lecture. There is a difference of Q point position all type of power amplifier. In class A power amplifier, Q point is at the center of the load line. Okay, if Q point is exactly at the center of load line, then we will get the whole waveform. Means we'll get the waveform for whole 360-degree angle. So these are the steps for analysis. First, we have to calculate the Q point, then DC power, AC power, efficiency, and maximum power dissipation. Okay. So first of all, we'll do the analysis of series fed class A power amplifier. See, this is the diagram of class A power amplifier. Okay. Again, this I have taken from the book Ballistic. Okay. Now, this is RC. This is a resistance base resistance between the base of power transistor and the supply. Okay. Now see, if you remember, the Q point is at the center of load line. If Q point is at the center of load line, then see, this is your input signal. At this point, this is your output voltage. At this point, this is your output current. Now you can see the both portions, positive half and negative half, both are coming under the load line. Here also, positive and negative both are coming in the load line. Means we are getting the whole waveform. Nothing, no part is clipped, neither positive half, neither negative half. No part is clipped. We are getting the full output. Okay, so these are the input and output waveform for the class A power amplifier. Now the analysis of Q point. What do you mean by Q point? Q point means output voltage and current. What is output voltage and current in this diagram? Output voltage will be, see, this is your collector and this is your ammeter. Okay, so output current is IC and output voltage VC. So Q point means we have to calculate IC and VC. Okay, we have to calculate IC and VC. Okay, so now see, how to calculate IC. Then applying KVL in the left side, BCC minus IVRB minus BB equals to 0. Okay, BCC minus IBRB minus BB equals to 0. Rearrange that equation, then you will have IB. Then IC equals to beta I. So this is your IC output current, or we can say quiescent current. Next, how to calculate output voltage? Then apply KVL in the right side. What is the equation? BCC minus ICRC minus BC equals to 0. BC minus ICRC minus BCC equals to 0. From that equation, we'll have the DC. If you have any doubt about solving this equation, then please refer my previous lecture of DC biasing of BJT. Then there I have clearly explained how to take KVL of these circuits. Okay. So Q point means we have to find out IC and DC. That is the step number 1. Step number 2 means we have to calculate the DC power. Okay. So whatever power in the amplifier that is provided by the DC supply. DC supply means when no AC signal is applied. Means purely DC is there. What is the DC supply is BCC and DC current is your ICQ, quiescent current. Okay, because after doing DC analysis you are finding the quiescent current IC. So again listen, DC power means due to the power supply. There is no AC signal, only DC supply is there. So output volt DC supply BCC and the current is ICQ. So DC power is calculated with the help of BCC and ICQ. Next, we have to find out the AC power. Now there is no DC. We are applying the AC signal at the input side. Okay. Now our AC power is RMS of value of voltage and RMS value of current. Okay. So output voltage BC, output current IC, but both values are RMS. Or you can write either, you know, P is either VI, either I square R, either V square upon R. Means by any of 3 expression you can calculate the AC power. Again listen, power equals to B into I square R, V square upon R. But all the values are in RMS. Okay. If we are using RMS signal. If we are using peak to peak, then if you remember the peak to peak calculation, we have to divide the RMS value by means by 2. Okay, so P naught AC equals to BC into IC by 2. Means whatever power from RMS value you have calculated, then you have to divide by 2 if you are using peak analysis. Then same here, I square RMS into RC. If you're taking the peak, then again here I square R by 2. I have written wrong here. This will be multiplying I square RC by 2. Then P naught AC B square upon R. Here it will be B square upon R upon 2. Okay. So remember, for RMS value we are taking this, and for peak value all the RMS value will be divided by 2. Okay. So now remember, if I'll see here, BC peak into IC peak by 2. Okay. Now if we want to write that formula, now peak to peak. Okay, see, this is only RMS, this is only peak, but now talking about peak to peak. So again, voltage and current again divided by 2. Okay, now if you remember that what was the last formula was B into I by 2. Okay, B into I by 2. B into I by 2. Now again, peak to peak means V is also B by 2 and I is also I by 2, and divide by 2 is already there. So now 2, 2, 2, it will becomes 8. So peak to peak value will be V into I divide by 2 into 2 into 2, it will be 8. Understood? So peak to peak value, then it is BC divide by 8. Okay. In terms of BI, if you want to write in terms of I square R, so I square R by 8, B square R, so B square by 8. So in short, in summary, for RMS, normal formula of power, P equals to BI, P equals to I square R, P equals to B square. For peak value, then divide all this RMS value by 2. If peak to peak, then divide all the voltage and current by 2. Okay, this is your peak to peak expression. Now efficiency. Efficiency is ratio of AC power to DC power. So P naught AC divided by Pi DC is your efficiency. Now for maximum efficiency, then you have to check what is the maximum peak to peak voltage, what is the maximum peak to peak current. So if you remember this load line and expression, maximum voltage was here was BCC, and maximum current here was BCC by RC. Okay, so maximum voltage is BCC and maximum current is BCC upon RC. Put the value of B and I, it is V square CC upon I dash. Okay, because your current power was BI by 8, so maximum voltage is BCC and maximum current is BCC upon RC. So it becomes B square CC upon 8 RC. Okay, now this was your AC power. Okay, this is your AC power, B square by 8. Now for efficiency we have to check the DC power. The formula of DC power is BCC into ICQ. And if you remember, if you remember, ICQ means for class A power amplifier, Q is exactly at the middle. Okay, so if maximum current is BCC by RC, then what is the quiescent current? Quiescent current will be BCC by RC by 2, or you can write the BCC upon 2 RC. Okay, again listen carefully. For DC power, BCC multiplied by ICQ, quiescent current. If maximum current is BCC upon RC, then quiescent current will be just half, BCC upon RC upon 2. So from this it is B square CC upon 2 RC. Now efficiency is AC power divided by DC power. AC power we have calculated B square by 8 RC, and DC power we have calculated B square upon 2 RC. RC will be calculated, BCC will calculate it is 100 by 4, that is 25%. That's why for series FAT class A power amplifier, the efficiency is 25%. Advantages: circuit design simple, less number of components required, cheaper, and we are not using any transformer. Disadvantage: large amount of power dissipation, hence wastage of power. Efficiency is very low, only 25%. Heat sink is essentially because circuit becomes bulky, because large amount of power is dissipating, that's why heat sink is required, and no impedance matching techniques used here. So next is transformer coupled power amplifier. So only the difference is here at place of RC, just we have connect this transformer. Okay, and this is a load resistance. So now the analysis steps are same, only the difference now at the place of RC we have connected the transformer. So for Q point, what is the equation? Equation is, if you apply the KVL in the right side, what is the KVL equation? Sorry, what is the KVL equation? Wait a minute. So KVL equation will be BCC minus ICRL minus DC. BCC minus ICRL minus DC equals to 0. BCC minus ICRL minus DC equals to 0. But there is no load resistance. That is value is 0. This is transformer. No resistance here. So, or we can say there is no current across this load resistance. So this term is basically 0. BCC equals to DC. Next, about the current, it is same. If you apply the KVL at the left side, BCC minus IBRB minus BB. This is B at E. So BCC minus IBRB minus BB equals to 0. So Q point, you know, these BCC and IC. Okay, so step 1 is clear. DC power, you know very well, DC power is due to power supply. There is no AC. So DC supply BCC into current IC. AC power again same. AC power means now we are applying the AC input. Okay. Now, in this case, peak to peak value changes. Now, peak to peak value is DC max minus DC minimum, IC max minus IC minimum. So, in short, now we have not shown here like RMS, peak. That concept is already clear to you. Now we are taking directly peak to peak expression. In peak to peak, if you remember, B into I by 8 was there. That B is BC max minus BC minimum, IC max minus IC minimum. Okay, so by this expression you can calculate the AC power. Next is efficiency. Efficiency is the ratio of AC power to DC power. So now we'll calculate the maximum efficiency. For maximum efficiency we have to check the value of B max, B minimum, I max, I minimum. Okay, so now check what is the value of V maximum. V maximum will be your double, twice of BCC. Okay, because this waveform is shifted now. So B max is twice of BCC. In the last case, it was BCC only. And I max is twice of ICQ. Okay, so when you put all the values, efficiency is 50%. And the DC maximum power dissipation is whatever the DC power dissipation, BCC into ICQ. So advantage is maximum power transfer to load is possible because transformer is there, and impedance matching is there. DC biasing current does not flow through the load, hence power saving takes place. If you remember, when we are doing this DC analysis, this current was 0, means no current is in this. That current is saved, so power is not wasted here. In the like in the case of series fed power amplifier, so DC biasing current does not flow, higher efficiency because in the last case it was 25%, now efficiency is 50%. Due to presence of transformer, circuit becomes bulky and complex, and again only 50% efficiency means 50% power is lost somewhere, and circuit design is complicated. So keep learning, keep sharing. Thank you so much. God bless you.